welcome to Space, and it's great to re-meet you because we met on Thursday evening in a Zoom session, yeah? And your dad and your granddad kind of made a little bit of an entrance and they said hello. What parts of the session can you kind of share with us now to kind of help us understand where we kind of left off, what came up
Yeah.
left off?
Well, with the overalls, because he was an engineer, 2 daughters, which is, yeah, he has got 2 daughters. He brought my son through. And then you brought my husband's granddad. And you've mentioned 2 Johns. Well, my husband's John and his granddad's John.
Okay, brilliant. So that was really good kind of clarity that we had definitely got your loved ones coming through.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, I remember on the evening, there seemed to be some kind of sensitivity that Spirit didn't want us to kind of open in a public forum, that they wanted special time with you. And hence why we had already pre-scheduled this session anyway, which is quite uncanny that it's all kind of
I know, it's
unfolded.
bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah. How did your husband feel about his granddad, John, was it? That was
Yeah, it was like, but I didn't even realise his granddad was called John. Yeah, he's a little bit on the fence about this stuff, is my husband, because I've got angels all over my house. They're everywhere. And I've always been, I went into this when something happened in 2009, which got me into angels and everything.
Understood, yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to tell you too much.
No, we'll keep it as even as possible. And I know obviously from what I was sensing the last evening that your son was with us. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's 2 up there.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got the hairs going up on my arms here, so I know that there's one, at least one of them is connecting with me.
Yeah.
Mum that has gone through loss as well. I completely understand where you're coming from. It's a very painful journey. I would like to connect in with your son, if that's okay. May I ask his first name, please?
Which one? I've got 2 up there.
Let's wait and see. See if I can break it down and find out which one of them, if both are definitely, yeah, mum. And my body always starts responding to Spirit when they're really, really excited. I know that one of them was very unwell. You understand? Very, very, very unwell. And this is the one that
Alex.
with.
Yeah, that's Alex.
He was with us on
Alexander. Yeah,
I remember.
But it's got an older brother up there as well.
Now, Alex, I'm going to focus on Alex just for a moment because he's coming in all smiles, you understand? And he was a Trojan. I mean, he did not let anything break his stride. He got down a little bit about it at times because I feel like he was quite, in some ways, a little bit isolated. Do you understand? This impression that he couldn't always achieve what he wanted to achieve or get out and meet people or other youngsters the way that he would have liked.
No, he couldn't.
His life is very much behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. He had complex needs.
Yes, I remember that came up in our session as well on Thursday evening. I know as he connects here with me, he's got so much love for you. He misses you terribly, but he respects that you have to let go. Part of the letting go process is actually you moving and relocating, which is a major thing for your family. I know that he spent a lot of time in and out of not in and out of facilities, but it's like there's a lot of healthcare. There's a reasons I'm going to a lot of healthcare meetings.
Hospitals. It was so complex. He was in and out of hospitals. He went to a children's hospice because he had a short life expectancy. He had a lot of complexities. He had so much that he went through in his life, so much trauma.
What's with the lungs, this area of his body?
Yeah, he had it was born premature, so he had scarring on his lungs, so he had a lot of chest infections. But towards the end, was struggling with his breathing because his body was.
He couldn't cope. He was getting infections.
His body, but I knew his body was shutting down before any consultants or doctors.
And he's dark-haired?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a beautiful complexion.
Yeah, he's mixed heritage.
Beautiful complexion. I just adore his skin tone. This is what
beautiful.
He's telling me. Sometimes I mimic what they would say about themselves. He loved the fact that both his parents were different.
Yeah, they were.
he really loved that, you know,
Yeah.
that he felt special because of that. You understand?
Yeah.
Now he's bringing me to the month of December, not
Yeah.
generically because of Christmas, but there's other reasons that
He
December.
got put on end of life on Christmas Eve 2021.
Wow. Wow.
We brought him home to die.
He's not long gone then, is he? He's showing me throwing basketball or a ball into a hoop. Does this make any sense to you?
No, but he might be able to do that now.
That's what he's doing, this motion of I'm able to throw that ball up high, because
Yeah.
even his shoulders, everything hurts. So
Yeah,
there's lots of movement he couldn't make. You
No, he couldn't.
He was just confined
He
completely.
was.
Yeah. Now, was there a pillow that he really loved? Like
Yes.
a snuggle thing that he's really snuggling down
Yeah.
into, because
Yeah, it was in. We bought him a massive beanbag, and we used to curl up, knit together.
he's got his head back and he's like this, and he just loved it. He's got that with him. That's one of his favorite things. And then, you know, it's like he's collecting cards, like a collection of cards. They're either like Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something to do with sports cards, where there's a collection of cards. Does this make sense to you?
He couldn't do it here because he couldn't do anything. He was so disabled.
Right. And you have no memory of him. He's given me this awareness of this memory of a collection of cards, as if somebody collects cards.
We had a load of books, like an advent calendar with loads of books in it, a big Disney calendar, like an advent calendar, but it were all books.
Okay.
But I don't know about cards.
This memory that I'm being given is very something similar to one of my sons used to do. You understand? So this is why I know it when I see it, but I'm not going to force the message, but I just want you to kind of hold on to that, like somebody almost has a folder or something that they will keep a collection of cards in. You understand?
Yeah.
Something important in that space. I know that his granddad comes forward here with him as well, not your dad, but his great grandfather. You understand? Okay. And I know that connection of collecting things is something that they do in the spirit world. You understand?
Yeah.
Regardless of what his body was doing, he was very intelligent.
Oh God, he was. Yeah.
Extremely intelligent. He's taking everything in. He was very sensory, and
He could read people.
Yeah, and he's listening to a lot of things, as if I hear him listening to audio books, things like that. Do you understand?
Yes.
Where he had a love of information.
Yeah, he did.
He lacked in one area, he made up for it in other areas.
True. Very true.
And he tried to push himself. He was really good with numbers. Do you know? Exceptionally good with numbers, you know, and he just had a mind that was built for knowledge. He loved his life, and that's what he wants you to understand. You know, that there was times when there was sadness for him. There's times when he really wanted to curse and swear and give out and all of
these. I don't blame him.
And he was just frustrated. But there's also this other aspect of him that when he looks back on his life now and his time with you and Dad, how proud he was to be your son. You know, how proud he was and still is to be your son. He's just doing it in a completely different way. I see you packing up his things and pushing them away, and that's been very, very hard. And it will be hard, Sarah, you know, but he says you can do what you want with his stuff. He's got everything he needs in spirit. Okay. And he wants you to feel it's okay to let go of some of the things that you don't need to hold on to anymore. I see, again, I go back to collections, as if he's collecting miniature men. What's this about?
I don't know.
Then there's somebody here with him, Granddad. Again, I go back to Granddad. This collection of little kinds of army soldiers and tin little things, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe something you might want to speak to your husband about. Has he any recollection of somebody that would have collected memorabilia in the spirit world? Okay, it's not like it's boxes and boxes of stuff.
Yeah.
These little things would have been kind of important to this person.
Yeah.
I know your son Alex he's just singing like a lark.
Oh, he loved to sing.
He's singing like a lark, and
Yeah,
now
I
he's
did.
giving me this impression. And Mummy, I've got my violin, and then he showed me like this is what he always wanted to be able to do. You understand, was to play a lot of different types of instruments, because I can see him with the clarinet, his cello. He's got his own orchestra here. He loves
Wow.
classical music. You understand,
He
and he loves
did. He loved.
all sorts of music, but his love was classical music.
Yeah.
Yeah. You used to push his hair back, as any typical mum will do, but I
Yeah.
used to see him pushing his hair back and plonking a kiss on his forehead.
Yeah, I did.
And that was a regular thing.
Yeah.
I love you. He says, I love you, Mum. He loved summertime, and he's always wanted to go swimming. Now he gets to swim. You understand? Now he gets to be in water, and that's something that he always wanted to do. He says, Mummy, please forgive me for the times I was cross.
Oh, no, always. He had
You
every
know?
right to be cross. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
He could have flung things. I know he goes back to that memory again, but he feels so embarrassed about the way he was
Oh
sometimes.
no. God, he had every right.
Yeah.
God.
And the nurses were so good to him, you
They're
understand?
amazing, yeah,
They
don't
were
they?
brilliant. I mean, he couldn't have wanted for anything. Do you understand him having sore legs?
Yeah.
He's given me now, obviously, this is impressions of when he was in his physical body, but I
Yeah.
also know that he wants you to know that all of that is gone now. So was there a point in time where they were considering putting a brace on his leg?
Yeah, they did. And his feet were turned because of his hips, both of his hips were dislocated. So his feet were turning in. So they did eventually want to operate,
Wow.
which I was absolutely dreading for him because he'd been through so much, but he did have a lot of pain in his legs and lots of cramp and things.
Yes.
And he couldn't like walk, he couldn't do anything, he couldn't even sit up on his own, he couldn't do anything. He was literally hoisted everywhere.
Bless him. And I know, again, he gives me this sense of freedom. You understand, free from all of that, Mum.
Yeah, thank God.
And he's given me the name Robert. Can you take the name Robert?
Robert was his teacher at school. He was in his class, he was his teacher.
Yeah.
And Robert loved him.
If you ever feel it's appropriate, you let Robert know Alex misses him. Do you know? And they were very close. Do you understand? There's almost like a brotherly kind of mentory kind of feel to this connection between him and Robert. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And Robert really was deeply impacted by your son's passing, so much so, you know. And I believe there is very, very little of a day that goes by that he doesn't have a think or a thought of him.
A lot of people were affected by Alex's death. It touched so many people.
I feel the emotion that's coming through with that loss at such a collective level. I know that Robert probably potentially needs to know that he did the best he could. What he did is he made Alex smile.
He did.
Do you know, truly, truly smile, to forget for a moment in time that he was physically not as full in his capacity as other people, but he had these legitimate moments of absolute joy when he was with Robert, you know. And for some reason, I want to talk about cars and car racing with him. Do you know, as if this is something that maybe they would have had in conversations, or Alex dreamed about owning his own big car. Do you know, that kind of way? It was like a Mercedes or Ferrari or something really cool. And obviously, silly thinking, Mum, but he said it kept him happy.
Oh.
It kept him happy. He used to talk about being Superman. I want to be Superman and I can fly, you know, and all of these memories that he has with Robert. Robert gave him freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Robert didn't see him as anything other than Alex.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where his safety was. And he really wants to honor his teacher for everything that he did. He's also given me the name Georgina.
Unless she was in his class as well.
I'm not quite sure on that one. I feel like I know Georgina is still living, but he would want to say hello to her, okay? And she would have had really curly hair. And it feels like, as I'm looking at her, she's got like kind of browny kind of, it's not like a mousy brown, it's kind of like a light brown color hair to her tones when she was younger. I know here, as your son continues just to talk with me, he just wants you to remember that he's got no regrets. None whatsoever. He chose the right family, he chose the right life, everything has happened the way it's meant to, and he has no regrets. His only one regret is that he didn't get to go on an aeroplane, and I don't know why I'm saying that, but he says he would always want to go on an aeroplane. So when
I went on an aeroplane, we took him to Cyprus.
That's my
error. We took him to Belfast as well, so he's been on 2 aeroplanes.
He's been on 2. I feel like I want to say he's coming to Ireland, so I've made an error there. That can happen sometimes when I misinterpret what they say. But you give me the impression of the airplane as if I'm coming back to Ireland, and how important when you make that journey that he comes with you. He always wanted to come back to Ireland. He loved it. He absolutely loved it. He always wanted to do Ireland again, you know. And would you understand him having a connection to dinosaurs?
I think we had some dinosaur books, and I think he did something with dinosaurs at the hospice or at school.
Yeah. He's also shown me a Rubik's Cube and puzzles. I feel like I'm potentially getting somebody else coming through here with him. This is your other son that's linking in with me, giving me these memories, okay? A very short but brief hello, you understand? But 2 boys come together, and 2 boys have spent a lot of time together. These are the things that they do. I believe they stay active in spirit, you understand? And so they walked around Dinosaur Park, they've played puzzles.
Oh, wow.
You know, playing cards, just very basic norm.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do PlayStations or anything like that. It's very old school.
Yeah.
Understand? Very, very old school. Both boys are very happy and content. And is there a Michael and a Henry?
Michael and a Henry?
Yeah.
That's my best friend. Her husband's Michael, and she's got a son called Henry.
Lots of love for her coming from spirit. Okay. Lots of love. And also Alex letting me know that he still takes a very keen interest in what you do with your friends. And making sure you're getting time with your friends. Okay. Especially before you leave and travel. You understand?
Yeah.
He would like you to contact your friend and spend some time with Henry. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And he says my mum's not daft, Dawn. She knows exactly what she's doing. Even if she doesn't think she does, she knows exactly what she's doing and why she's doing it. Okay. And everything, Mum, will turn out perfectly fine. You'll get a house with a swimming pool someday, he says.
Okay. Not bothered about a house with a swimming pool.
I think he wants the swimming pool. It could be him and having one of his dreams. But as if to say, there is a point in time where other things will show up for you in your life, and when they do, he'll be there. Those things being little dreams. I don't know, you're not bothered by the swimming pool, but he really wants the swimming pool for you. Whether it's a jacuzzi-sized swimming pool or not, I have no clue, but I'll not force that either. But he gives me so much happiness here as he connects with you, Sarah. You know, he's content, and that's really what he wanted you to know, that he's very, very content. He's like your shadow. He follows you around from room to room at times. And you felt him, haven't you?
Huh?
You have felt him in the house.
Yeah.
You plenty of times.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Talk to him all the time.
Yeah. He's watching you when you're putting on your makeup. He used to be always fascinated with that. You know? Not in a weird kind of way, but he wants to talk about Mum when she's putting on her makeup, and she's kind of like, she's been very sad, he says, and he doesn't want you to be sad anymore. You understand? There's too much to be done for you to be sad every day. Okay? He's given me a little kitten to give to you. A little kitten.
I've got 2 cats already.
You might be getting another one because
No more, Alex. Come on.
this is a little itty bitty kitten he's given me, like a little ginger one. You
No,
know.
Alex. No kittens.
He's pushing the buttons now, but they do that sometimes, you understand, because they know you best. But when that kitten shows up, Sarah, which inevitably I know it will, it could be 2 years, it could be a year, it could be a week, but when it shows up, know that it's a gift from him, from heaven.
Okay.
And you'll have no choice but to take care of it because it'll be so cute.
Oh, Alex.
It'll be so cute. I'm going to leave his love with you, Sarah, and thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. You're so very welcome.